Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh. The Honorable Miss Mutmainna as our lecturer in subject educational research. Let me introduce myself. My name is Desi Dwi Mas Julianti and I'm from PBI 2. Today, I want to talk about my research with title The Analysis of Student Learning Difficulties in English Learning at the 7th grade student in Desa Muaraemil. Okay, for the first type of research, in this research, a type of research is qualitative research, whereas qualitative research data primarily involve word and also open-ended question such as following up a response that interviews give to a particular question with further question by the researcher in order to encourage them to elaborate and explain their thinking. Next, the research problem. What is research problem? In this research, the research problem is student difficulties in English, especially in rural area. The second, research question. What difficulties do 7th grade junior high school students face in learning English in Desa Muaraemil? B. What are the factors that make it difficult for students to learn English? Okay, next. Variable and hypothesis. According to Hatt and Farhadi, variables are defined as an attribute or object that have a variation between object and other object. Ahmad Watik. Meanwhile, according to Dr. Watik, variable is a concept that has variability. From some of this opinion, it can be revealed that the variable is the object of research or what is the focus in. And in this research concept, the variable is student learning difficulties. Hypothesis. A hypothesis is simply put a prediction of the possible outcomes of a study, and actually in this research use hypothesis qualitative, which is that they are typically not stated at the beginning of a study, but rather they emerge as a study progress. The reluctance of qualitative researchers to formulate hypotheses of the beginning of a study is based on their conviction that participant and situation often differ widely and must first be understood before any hypothesis can be suggested. But in this case, I just try to give the example of hypothesis. For example, question: how do teachers affect students in learning difficulties? And hypothesis: the teacher is the first intermediary in learning. Okay, next. Sampling. The first task in selecting a sample is to define the population of interest. The population, in other words, is the group of interest to the researcher, the group to whom the researcher would like to generalize the result of the study, and after that we can take sampling of the research, a random or non-random sample. For example, population. All of 7th grade students in Desa Moraimil. And the sample choose just 6 random students at the 7th grade in Desa Moraimil. And the sample used a random sample. And then instrumentation. Generally, the entire preparation process is put together data is called instrumentation. This involves not only the selection or design of the instrument, but also the procedure and condition under which the instrument will be managed. There are some considerations in instrument such as validity, reliability, and objectivity. Next, means of classifying data collection instrument. The first, who provide the information. In this case, or in this title, the research use subject instrument method, or directly from the subject of the study for obtaining the information. Directly from the subject of the study, such as questionnaire, self-checklist, attitude scale, personality inventory, achievement tests, performance test projective, and then sociometric device. The second, where did the instrument come from? In this title, the research or the researcher acquire an instrument with find and administer a previously existing instrument of some sort. The third, what are instrument researchers use to collect data? In this title, the researcher used the questionnaire and interview. And then next, validity and then reliability. In this research or qualitative research, researcher emphasizes honesty, expertise, integrity, true conclusion based on the data obtained through the use of instruments that are accurate, credible, and supported by evidence. And the last is internal validity. Some of the more common threats to internal validity are differences in subject. The first characteristic, and then mortality, location, instrumentation, testing, history, maturation, attitude, regression, and the last implementation. Okay, I think that's all for me, and I'm sorry for my mistake. Billahi taufiq wal hidayah. Wassalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh.